Hey everyone, it's Laura from the blog OurEarlyHouse.com, and I'm going to be sharing with you another What We Eat in a Week video. Now this What We Eat in a Week video, I started recording, before baby Bim was born, and he actually, on the very last meal that I was recording, I was having contractions and I had him the next day. So this video is kind of coming out a little bit later than what I recorded it, but here we are. And this video is actually in collaboration today with my friend Megan from the Wilson Family Homestead. She also has a YouTube channel over here where she shares a lot of really yummy, healthy meal ideas and also just baby updates on her kids and some natural skincare, things like that. And so she's also doing a What We Eat in a Week video. And so if you want to check out, oh man, as soon as I start recording you get fussy? What's wrong? Hey. She also is doing a What We Eat in a Week video, and so after you watch mine, be sure to head over to her channel and watch her video to get some more healthy meal ideas, and then be sure to subscribe to her channel. She shares a lot of really fun things that I think you guys are going to love. Okay, so on the first night we had some honey mustard ham steaks. I actually recently got a half of a hog from a local farm, so we have a ton of ham steaks and I've been loving these. The kids love these and these are so easy to make. You can make them from frozen or defrosted. I just pan fried them here in my cast iron skillet for a few minutes on each side. And tonight I made a honey mustard dressing to put on top of them. I just used some mustard, some honey, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and some spices, and I drizzled this on top of the ham steaks and it was so delicious. Everybody loved it. And I served this with some fresh green beans, sliced avocado, some leftover sweet potatoes from the night before, and a little bit of sauerkraut. On the next night I made some garlic salmon fried rice. Then I cut up some onions and carrots and just sauteed that in a little bit of oil on my cast iron skillet. I added in a bunch of fresh garlic because that makes everything better, some frozen peas, and then I actually used a can of salmon because that's what I had on hand. I added in a little bit of lemon juice, just stirred it all up, added in the rice, and served this just as is. It was so good. Everybody loved it, and I made enough to where this was lunch for everybody on the next day as well. On the third night, this was actually a really warm, random night here in November, and so we had some elk burgers and some pork chops. My husband barbecued them outside on the pit. My dad recently got back from an elk hunting trip, and he gave us some of his elk to try. It's so good. So I just seasoned up this burger. You could also do the same thing with deer or turkey or beef or whatever meat you have on hand. We just happen to have elk. And so I pattied up some burgers, seasoned up some pork chops. My husband barbecued all of this outside. And then I made some homemade ranch dressing, which I have a link for my ranch dressing down in the description box below, so I will link that for you. And I just served this with some fresh salad, and that was our meal. On the third night, this was actually my birthday, and so before heading out for a little birthday dinner date with my husband, I threw a whole chicken in the Instapot and some sweet potatoes for the kids and the babysitter. And I do not have a final picture of this because I just turned it on and then I left, and the babysitter took care of feeding this to the kids and all that. But it was just chicken and sweet potatoes, really simple. And then we had sushi this night for my birthday. So the next night I made some homemade chicken noodle soup with some of the broth that we had left over from the chicken from the day before. I just used the meat stock, and then I also made some bone broth with the bones. I sliced up some carrots and onions and just boiled those in the broth to get them nice and soft. Added in some of the leftover chicken from the day before and some noodles, and we had a big old pot of chicken noodle soup. On the next night I made what I like to call a beef and vegetable skillet, and I also served this with some crispy potatoes. Now this was the night that I was actually in labor with little Ben. You can tell that at this point still my contractions weren't really doing much because I was still able to cook. I just did some ground beef. I added in some fresh garlic, onions and mushrooms. And then I also added in some frozen peas and frozen cauliflower, just basically any vegetable that I have on hand with some meat. And then when I go to serve this, I just top it with some raw cheddar cheese, and then I served it with some crispy red potatoes that I make right up in my cast iron skillet, just frying them in some coconut oil. And then I also served it with some avocado and some sauerkraut. I hope this video was helpful and it gave you some healthy meal idea inspiration. Sorry it was only 6 meals, not 7. After that last meal I made, we had the baby like I said, and tons of people brought us over some food, so I don't think I've cooked a meal since then, which has been really nice. So we can just enjoy baby Ben. And if you're looking for more healthy meal ideas, be sure to go check out Megan's channel and also my cookbook, my 30-day of healthy eating guide. There's a link for that down in the description box, or you can get it at bit.ly/ourearlyhouseguide. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I get out new videos every week on essential oil education, natural remedies, and healthy recipes.